All right, what's up, everybody? You're welcome to another edition on the Left-Handed Writer channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how to write a novel. Now, if you want to write a novel, or if you want to write a novel, whichever English you're using to call it, I'm calling it with my country English, so you're going to have to pardon me if you think I'm not calling it well. Yeah, so first of all, as a writer, like I always said, you should be flexible in writing things. Even if you cannot write, you should learn during the job, because when you learn during the job, you gain more experience. And that's why I always advise writer, even if you get a job that you cannot do, contract it to the person that can do it well, learn from what the person have done, and use that to improve. So today we're going to be talking about how to write novel. So first of all, my favorite novel of all time that I will never forget, is Richard Wright's The Black Boy. Now, why do I like this? Why do I like this book? It taught us so many things. It gave me insight into slavery in the 18th century and in the 19th century, and the life of the Black people in America. And if you read this book with a non-biased mind, you really learn a lot. You really learn a lot. So this is my favorite novel of all time, Richard Wright's The Black Boy. We read it in secondary school, and it was more interesting because of our then literature teacher, Mr. Amodu, who lectured us. So if, for instance, you are a writer and somebody approached you that I want to write a novel, whether fiction or non-fiction, or let's assume it is you're writing non-fiction, you're writing fiction. Yeah, fiction is an imagined novel. Now, if you're writing that, what are the things you need to do? Number one, the first thing is plan your content in your head. You want to write about an action thrilling novel filled with lies, sex, murder, and other intriguing parts, like the likes of John Grisham. If you've read novels like A Time to Kill, what are the things you need to do? The first thing you need to do is plan this content within your head. Now, once you have this content, have this idea. Now, for instance, I want to write a novel about, let me say, I want to write a novel about the forest experience. And I want to make this novel something that has to do with more of romance, actions, murder, mystery. Now, the first thing is, first of all, you should have a mindset of what you want to write. Like I always said, you don't just write. Writing comes as an inspiration. You don't just write. So the first thing you need to do is plan this content within your head. And once you're done with the whole thing, then the next thing you want to do is, let me take you on Amazon. Let me take you on Amazon, and let's just search for some novels now. So now these are novels you are seeing. Jodi Picoult, Wish You Were Here, Things We Never Got Over. Now this may be it may be fiction, it may be non-fiction. But one thing is, number one, plan the content within your head. The next thing you need to do is summarize your chapters before writing. Now, in the midst of summarizing your chapters, develop the characters. Develop the characters. It is very, very important. You have to develop your characters. Once you develop your character, then everything is in place. Now, this is one thing about novel. Don't start with the intention of I want to write a perfect novel. Write whatever you want to write at first. There is room for editing. There's room for rethinking. There's room for restructuring. Now, once you do that, let's assume you are writing a fictional novel. Like I mentioned in the book, The Forest Experience. I want to talk about the forest experience, and maybe I want to make it in a situation of some people were sent out to look for something, maybe a mysterious egg in the bush. Use an example of Africa. Now, if I want to start that kind of novel, what I'm going to start with is, I'm going to make sure it starts with something interesting. Do you understand? It is a fictional novel. Now, in the case of Richard Wright, The Black Boy, in the case of Richard Wright, The Black Boy, it is a non-fiction novel, and it has to do with life, what Richard Wright himself experienced while growing up in a racist society, what the pains he has to endure. Now, if you've gone through that book, you will realize that the book started on an interesting note, in the sense that he was a young boy. He was sent to buy something by his mother, sent him to buy something, and in the midst he was attacked by some people, and you know, it interests you to want to read more. And he kept on detailing event after event till from his teenage life to the adolescent stage to the puberty life and taking up adulthood responsibility. You know, how he managed to escape from the south and travel down to the north, where he had a better life. And when he was running the novel, I could remember that part. It says, with hazy notions full of stars. You know, it was something that if you're a novel lover, if you're reading it, you will be very, very interested. So the first thing is, like I said, once you've planned what you want to write within yourself, the next thing is summarize each chapter. Now, in the midst of summarizing each chapter, develop your characters. Develop each scene, how you want it to be. Now, once you have a summary of what you want to do, the next thing is start typing. Start typing. And the moment you realize that, you know, you're not in the mood to write, just, you know, go down. Just now, I would suggest this. I have written some novels I cannot share based on agreement of non-disclosure. But in the case of maybe you have the idea of what you write, it is better you do a summary of your novel first. You know, I said summarize each chapter. Now I'm saying summarize the whole novel in a short word. Now, if you notice any novel, like for instance, I have a book here. This is a book here. Writer's Market. Now, take a look at what is at the back here. I don't know if you can see it well. Now you can see this short write-up here. Now, the same thing with if you are using any other novel. Okay, for instance, I've got another book I would like to, you know, share. This is another book. You can see this short thing at the back here. Now we've got something here. War. The title of the book is War Against Coffin Builders, Senders, and Practitioners. So do that summary first, because it can help guide you on what you need to do. As a writer, understand that you need to think fast. You need to do things very, very fast. So once you start writing, ensure there is consistency in the write-up, and secondly, make sure you are writing in a simple and clear language. Remember, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, if you wanted to get to chapter 10. And for instance, if you're planning to be an Amazon author, if you're planning to be an author on Amazon, you want to upload your book on Amazon, maybe, you know, if the minimum page for your novel should be 150 pages. And please do not try to be perfect, in the sense that you want to get a good design, you want to get this, you want to get that. And of course, always put a disclaimer. It is very, very important, because, you know, the Amazon checker will check your book. And once they discover something that is against their rules and regulation, you get blocked instantly. So if you want to survive on Amazon, let's check out some of the novels we got here. Let's check out some of the novels we got here. Now, this is a book now. Things We Never Got Over. Things We Never Got Over. Now, let me click on it. Look at the cover. Very simple cover. Now, this is the book. Look at something, guys. Exactly what I was saying. Exactly what I was saying. Now, you can see the way this person planned the book. Was there ever a reluctant hero, a pin-sized criminal, and let me go back there again. I just want to, I just want to check something. Look at the word. Very simple. I wasn't sure what to expect when I walked into Cave Ref, but it's sure as hell wasn't a picture of myself behind the registrar under the cherry headline, "Do not serve." A yellow frowning face magnet held the photo in place. Now, this is a form of, arousing the reader what to expect. This is normally something suspicious now. That why would you not want to serve? He said, but it sure as hell wasn't a picture of myself behind the register under the cherry headline, "Do not serve." A yellow frowning face magnet held the photo in the first place. First of all, I'd never set foot in Knockmouth, Virginia, let alone done anything to warrant a punishment as, how this English is powerful, egregious withholding caffeine. Secondly, what did a person have to do in dusty little town to have a mugshot hanging in the local cafe? So that's the novel. That's why I'm saying that when you're writing a novel, ensure the beginning of your novel is something suspicious, something interesting, something related to the title. You can see he said things we never got over. And when we check the novel now, we realize that it was a painful experience by the character in the novel that the author is trying to pass out. So, like I said, guys, do not attempt to be perfect when uploading book on Amazon, but make sure you are using a simple language. And I have an advice: if you're writing a novel that has to do with anything mental health, the medical line, please, except you are an authority in that field, do not write with authoritative language. Rather, write as a suggestion. Let them know that you are not a practitioner in this place, but you are only suggesting this, that. So these are the keys of things I learned on Amazon. Let me know if you learned something. And if you're enjoying what I'm doing, please, I want you to click on the subscribe button. I want you to like our video. I want you to drop us a comment and let us know where we are doing well and where we are not doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, drop it in the comment section. I will reply you, I promise. So these are some of the things, little hack you need to know as a novel writer. Remember, no work start out perfect. Just ensure that the language and what you're trying to pass to the reader is conveyed in simple and clear language. And that's all. So till I catch you up again next time, please remember to subscribe once again. It is through you we can grow. And please share, drop us a comment in any way you feel we can improve. Sure, we are ready to improve. So I catch you up and I want you to stay safe. Take care, guys.